Hello and greetings and salutations everyone, it is I, Floop the Bacon, and today we're catching up on a bunch of reviews that we need to do for video games, and today's game is Full Throttle Remastered. Now, I was kind of hesitant on doing a review for this game because this was such a huge game for me in my childhood that I was afraid I would not be able to review this fairly. But we're going to go ahead and give it a shot, and I think I did a pretty good job. So we will be moving on to the next page. So here on this page, we got a couple things going on here for the Full Throttle Remastered review here. You'll see up here we'll have the LucasArts logo and the Double Fine logo, and I'll be going into that right now, what these are all about. With this little description I wrote for them. So it says right here, originally developed and released by LucasArts in 1995, and the Full Throttle Remastered was developed and published by Double Fine Productions. Full Throttle is a point-and-click adventure game. Full Throttle Remastered was released on April 18th, 2017 on the PS4, PS Vita, and on PC, which you can get on Steam or GOG. The retail price is $14.99 American dollars there, US standard dollar, I believe is how you pronounce it. And my recommended age for Full Throttle is ages 10 and up. I think that'd be a great game for around that age group, as 10 and up. I would definitely think that's a good age. And it took me around 2.5 to 3 hours to 100% complete Full Throttle, but keep in mind I knew pretty much everything from my childhood when I played this game, so I went through it pretty quick. I would say that it would take an average person who hasn't played Full Throttle about 6 hours to complete it without knowing anything. Category number 1, story. Now the story for Full Throttle Remastered, well, obviously it's still just the Full Throttle, it's just been remade and remastered. It's still pretty good. It feels like it's still straight out of the 90s, something you expect to see on some kids' cartoons, I believe, sometimes. I really do enjoy the story quite a bit. It's really fun to go through with Ben Throttle and see everything that happens to him and his biker gang. So this ended up earning Full Throttle Remaster 2 hearts in category number 1, which is story. Number 2, controls. Now, the controls for Full Throttle Remaster are pretty good. I mean, it's a point-and-click adventure game, so it's kind of hard to have bad controls on these games. But I did have to still dock it half a heart because it still retains some of its bad controls, or clunky controls, when it comes to the combat part of the game. You guys, if anyone that's played this before knows exactly what I'm talking about. It feels kind of weird when you ride around on your bike and you end up having to do some combat. Like, it's kind of like, what was it? Road Rage was kind of a game similar there, so you have to do combat with them, and kind of steering with your car on the road. It's kind of a little bit weird, but that's the only time that the controls get wonky for Full Throttle Remasters when it comes to that. So this ended up earning Full Throttle Remaster 1.5 hearts in category number 2, which is controls. Category number 3, visual style or graphics. Now, I'm really impressed that the remastered here of Full Throttle, that it looks really good and they really cleaned up and it looks really nice, but yet it still feels like it's part of the old game. No, it has that same, like, they improved the graphics really well on there, but it still retained all of its original graphics. Another neat thing to mention about this is you could switch between the old graphics from back in 1998. I think is when this game came out. I think so, around that time. But yeah, you can switch back and forth if you wish, so you can kind of see what it looks like before, and then the new version now looks really well done. It looks like, you know, this is how I imagine if you were going to remaster an old game, this is how it should look. It's fantastic. So this ended up earning it 2 hearts in category number 3, which is visual styles or graphics. Category number 4, sound. Now, the sound in Full Throttle, I think the remastered here is they cleaned it up, I believe, too. I know they cleaned up the audio, but I think they did clean up a lot of the sound in this as well. I really enjoyed the sounds. I was kind of debating if I should have gave this a half an heart because some of the noises in the game are pretty funny, but this is how I imagine a 90s cartoon based on a biker would sound like. So yeah, I think it sounds great, perfect, and it ended up earning 2 hearts in category number 4, which is sound. Category number 5, music. Now, I really super duper enjoy the music in Full Throttle Remastered. They have a lot of soundtracks from the Gone Jackals, which is a cool metal band. It definitely sounds like that 80s kind of metal, or maybe even really early 90s metal. And then they had music by Increased Chances, and I think that's the beginning song there. And then they had The Ride of the Valkyries by Richard Wagner. But yeah, the music is super top notch. It feels exactly in place, fits in supernaturally with the game, earning Full Throttle Remastered 2 hearts in category 5, which is music. And I also should mention real quick, as they cleaned up the audio for this too, so it sounds fantastic. But yeah, 2 hearts, guys, in category number 5, which is music. Category number 6, enjoyment. Now, I found myself in a great deal amount of nostalgia while playing this game, so I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as much as I did when I played it the first time when I was 13, as much as I just started playing it, was this like 16, 18 years later? Might be longer than that. Oh, geez, I think it's more like 22 years. But yeah, guys, I enjoyed this game. A lot of nostalgia for me. It's still super fun. It's still super great. And I enjoyed all the extra features that they added into the game, which I'll go into later in a different category for you guys. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, again, playing this. It was just as much fun as the first couple times I played it. And this ended up earning it 2 hearts in category number 6, which is enjoyment. Category number 7, replay value. Now, you would think there wouldn't be much replay value to point and click, but there is. Besides this game being super duper fun, they added an audio commentary from the original creators of this game. So when I went through and beat it the first time, I went back through and beat it while listening to the commentary of the creators. They do the commentary all the way through the game when you play it, and it's super fun. So I think this ended up justifying earning 1.5 hearts in category number 7, which is replay value for Full Throttle Remastered. Category number 8, bug-free. Now, I didn't encounter any bugs while I was playing through the 2 times I played it, but I do believe there's still some in there. But since I didn't encounter any bugs when I was playing this, it ended up earning 2 hearts in category number 8, which is bug-free. Category number 9, tutorial/informing. Here is kind of where Full Throttle kind of falls down a little bit. Just much like it was back in the day, I had to look online because I couldn't remember how to do every single one of the puzzles here. But there's definitely spots, I guarantee you, if this is your first time playing through Full Throttle Remastered, you'll get stuck at a couple points, and you will have to look online. I think I remember as a kid, my friend, a good friend of mine, ended up calling the hotline, trying to figure out how to get past certain parts. So yeah, Full Throttle is not always the best, telling you exactly what you need to do at times. So this ended up earning Full Throttle Remaster 1 heart in category number 9, which is tutorial/informing. Category number 10, difficulty. Now, I thought the difficulty for Full Throttle Remastered was just perfect. You could definitely argue that I could probably dock it half a heart, especially for people that know how to get through some of the parts where you can get stuck, where people typically get stuck in Full Throttle. But I decided that I think overall, I think it is a perfect difficulty, earning it 2 hearts in category number 10, which is difficulty. So the final score for Full Throttle Remastered is 18 hearts in total, landing it in that 14 to 18 heart range of excellent. Most people will find Full Throttle very enjoyable, and I highly recommend it. Suffers from very little design issues or other minimal amounts of flaws. On my personal list of must-plays, anyone who grew up or loves playing point-and-click video games will instantly fall in love with Full Throttle. If you enjoy classic point-and-click games like Day of the Tentacle, Grim Fandango, The Secret of Monkey Island, and the Sierra point-and-click games, then Full Throttle is for you. So, before wrapping up this Full Throttle Remastered review, I would again like to say thank you to Double Fine Productions for hooking me up with a copy of Full Throttle Remastered to do a blind Let's Play on. Well, it's not exactly blind anymore. I played it much in the past. But yeah, you know what I'm getting to. And a game review for them. I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you again for having confidence in me. I really want to say thank you again. I was a blast to be able to play Full Throttle again. But yeah, and I guess we'll mention here we got links in the description below to the PS4 page, or the PS4 stores page, and the PS Vita, to the Steam store page, and to the GOG store page. So if you want to buy that game there, you can check it out. You can also find a link down there to my Let's Play of Full Throttle Remastered. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and wrap up this video. As I always say, and everyone knows what I say if you watch my videos here, flip that bacon, see you next time, and goodbye. Thank you very much, again, Double Fine Productions, for this remaster of Full Throttle. It was a blast, and I had lots of fun. Goodbye.